Welcome to another exciting episode of Leo Talk 2.0. We are thrilled to continue this amazing series, proudly brought to you by the Leo Club of Pepiliyana Woodlands, a space where stories are shared, lessons are learned, and inspiration comes alive through the voices of remarkable leaders in Leo District 362. And today, we are bringing you someone truly special, a leader whose journey, dedication, and impact have helped shape the Leo movement into what it is today. A past leader, mentor to many, and a true Leo in every sense. Please join us as we welcome the immediate past district president of Leo District 306A2, Leo Eshan Kasturiarachchi. Let's warm things up with a new record of fun questions. First question, if Leo meetings had a snack mascot, what food would represent your leadership style and why?
A snack mascot, right? Snack. Probably maybe manioc chips or potato chips, something like that. Because I think it is something that I personally like. So it is something I think that people should generally enjoy as well.
Your second question, Aya. If you could instantly master one new skill to help in Leo work, what would it be?
Help in Leo work. To master one skill. I think it's a skill I think anyone should master. It's being able to motivate others through your communication with your words. I think even if we do lots of all of these features and all that, at the end of the day we are not a master at it, right? So I think it is something we should master, because at the end of the day we are leading others while also leading ourselves to become the best version of ourselves. So I think mastering communication should be one of the top things in my list of in terms of a skill that should be mastered.
Your next question, Aya. What's the funniest misunderstanding or unexpected movement you've experienced at a Leo event?
Expected or funniest? Funniest, maybe unexpected. But Leo is all about meeting challenges, no? So we had this event last year. So this large event that we had last year by the end of the district at 24-25. So it was an outdoor event. We planned everything out to the very minute thing, but like weather was not on our side. So like we planned everything. Like it was like 5-10 minutes before the starting of this event. So it was a Sarge. It was all about music and enjoying and all that. So like they started playing music, and just 5 minutes after it started raining. Not just like a small sprinkle of rain, nothing like that, but heavy rain. It started raining cats and dogs. So like we had to sort of manage everything. We are running around. Everyone was running around. We had to take care of the equipment, like not to get them damaged or anything like that. So we were running around, taking polythene covers and running everywhere. But the sort of like the thing that we learned from that is we had a backup plan. In case this happened, what will we do? We had a backup, right? We carried everything. Everyone was drenched. So I had a bit of long hair back then, so I was drenched like this. Everything was drenched. So we had an indoor area. So we arranged everything. So we also, like one of our Leos had a hair dryer. So we dried everything to minute detail. And after that, like about an hour or so, we were able to restart the program in an indoor setting. So I think it, although might not be funny, it's one of those unexpected events. But at the end of the day, it's all taught us to be prepared for anything. Right? Have a backup plan, a plan B or maybe a plan C for any event or any activity that we have, and have an understanding about things like this. These are the outcomes that might happen. So we have to be prepared if these things happen. So that is somewhat of a thing that I think we can learn from, and it's an unexpected event for us, for me personally. So yeah, I think that would be my event in terms of an unexpected one.
Your final question, Aya. If your Leo journey was turned into a movie, what would the title be?
The title be title. Should it be an actual movie, or like anything creative? Anything creative. Okay. I don't know. Eshan and the Unexpected Adventures. It should be a series. It shouldn't be just one movie. A series of movies. Because we had years of Leoism happening, not just the district presidency, but club president to everything. So all of these have different experiences, like from coming to the top. There were certain years or certain time periods that went down and then we came back again, we rose up again. So I think it should be something like that. And the unexpected unexpected adventures or unexpected events or something like that, because there were many unexpected things, but that at the end of the day we overcame all of them. So that should be like a hero story of coming through unexpected events.
Now let's dive into some meaningful reflection. Looking back at your leadership journey, what moment made you feel the proudest as a Leo leader?
The conference. So I think that should be the I think proudest moment for a district president, I should say, because it reflects all of the commitment, all of the efforts, like everything that we have done. Like it didn't come to the conference per se, but the reflection of what we have done throughout the year is sort of brought out through the conference. Right? The clubs receiving their awards, their recognitions, we are able to recognize them. Right? So it is one of the highlighting key events of the district, and being, especially last year being our 20th anniversary and being the final year as Leos of 306A2, I think that was one of the most memorable. I think an event that sort of reflects all the things that we have done, and I think it was a memorable event for not just for me, I think for each and every one of us, because it was an emotional event as well. The last year we chanted Leo District 306A2, Leos of A2, before moving into our two districts, 306D2 and also going into 306D8 as well. So I think that's the most memorable event for me.
Second question. How do you motivate members when energy levels are low or challenges arise?
Usually, for me, I usually talk about the practical scenario. I don't necessarily try to sugarcoat things. Like it doesn't mean that shouting or scolding people, nothing like that. But if there is a problem with the situation or something that the person is facing, it's not like yes, we have to understand that issues may arise from either party. From, like let's say there's an argument or there is an issue between two parties, or certain things that one party might say might discourage the other. Let's say, or usually conflicts are between two parties. So if that arises, the first thing we should do is we have to understand the current situation, and we should not sugarcoat it. There's a problem, right? We have to understand there's a problem, and not giving my solution for that, but at the end of the day, we should give them the opportunity to think through it and give their own solutions, or give their own ideas on how to mitigate the problem. Because if morale is lacking, or if there's a conflict, if people are not talking or anything like that, if we are to go say, here you should do this, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, that's not going to work, in my opinion, right? So we have to go up to them and like ask what's the problem, what's the issue that you are facing, and what should be the solution from your point of view, and then talk them through it and go to the solution and see how it goes. So that is sort of the way that I usually handle conflict or any issues, like not just with Leo, but even in my person. Right? That is just the way that I usually like to handle it, giving them the opportunity to come up with the solution and then discussing through it. So that should be something I think everyone can learn, because at the end of the day, not everyone is going to follow what like everything we say, whatever we say, but they should find their own way as well. So that is usually the way that I manage those kind of issues or lack of morale.
Next question. What lesson did leadership teach you that you wish you had known earlier?
The key word should be empathy. Right? The word is empathy. Right? Because, like as I said previously, the thing is, people are different. We have 10 people here. All 10 of these people will have 10 personalities, 10 backgrounds, like 10 education styles. Everyone is different. Everyone has their own problems. Everyone has their own experiences, backgrounds within their life. And when in terms of managing people individually, there is no one way for all. So we have to manage or talk with them or get in touch with them in their own individual manner. For some people it's like macam level you can manage, but for some people it's very professional, they like to go into a professional setting. For some people it's more of an emotional level. So we have to understand where people come from, what is their current situation, and then interact with them, like if we want them to do something, or if it's a project, if it's an event, anything like that. How should we talk to them, how should we advise them, they are facing a problem, how should we advise them. So we have to have that sort of empathy, put ourselves in their shoes and understand what they are going through, what's the problem, or what's their experience, and go ahead with whatever we are doing, the way we are communicating, the way we are interacting with them. So I think that is sort of like the key skill or characteristic or something that I have learned throughout these years, especially last year as district president, because it's not like managing a club, because usually for a club, the majority of the people that joins the club are in a similar community, somewhat similar, right? Similar backgrounds or similar community. But for a district, it's a different scenario. different clubs, different backgrounds, different education levels. So being a district president, like sort of brought out or tested my skills in terms of empathy. And I think today, looking back at especially my year as a district president, I think I sort of became a better person in terms of being empathetic to others. So I think that is one of the highlighting things that I learned in my leadership years.
Next question. How can young viewers balance academics, personal life and service without burning out?
So it's, I would say, usually it's not knowing your limits, but somewhere around that line. Because usually, not knowing your limits, but it's usually about knowing yourself, right? Not limits, it's not the word. Like self-awareness should be there, right? So you should understand what your priorities are. So for example, so I come from a university-based way of life, so for me back then, when I was a university student, we had certain issues where like exams are happening and they have to manage the projects and they also have to manage the academics and everything. What I told my viewers, prioritize your studies, because you are here at the university to study, get your degree, get all the university experiences that you might need to have. So that should be your priority, right? But at the end of the day, you are also committed somewhat to Leo as well. So for example, this is an example that I give. Now, let's say your commitment to Leo, the commitment that you can give in your current status to Leo is 10%. It's 10%. Okay? Let's say the rest is your commitment to your education, to your family, to your friends and everything. 10%, just 10% you can give to Leo, right? So what I say to our Leos, if it's 10% that you can give, don't stop at 5. If you can give 10, give your fullest, give your 10%. You don't need to exceed it, but if you can give 10%, don't stop at 5. Because that way, you will not be satisfied with being in the Leo movement. And if you give more than that, you try to minimize all of your other priorities and try to give, like when you can give 10, you try to give 15, 20, then you will burn out. Because you will have to manage all of these things amidst all of these projects and events that we are having. Right? So if you can give 10%, give your 10%. Don't need to go more than that, but as time goes, you may be able to commit 15, 20. Like when your other priorities might reduce or anything like that, or you are able to manage it better, then maybe you can give better commitment. So that is it. So that is the way, because you have to understand where you are now, have self-awareness, and understand the commitment that you can give to Leo, and then commit to it fully, rather than committing it to it halfway or committing it to it like more than that you can give. Right? So that is sort of the way like I managed. I think that is the thing that I have told my Leos like years and years, and that is the same advice I can give here as well.
Next question. How has the transition of Leo District 306A2 to Leo District 306D2 felt to you personally, as well as to the Leo movement as a whole?
So personally, it's an emotional transition because I have been in Leo for like 5-6 years. So I wasn't there in the very beginning or anything like that. So I joined Leo not even in the middle, they passed middle, so 5-6 years down the line. So it was an emotional moment for us, especially like something that we very much experienced. Like even last year, during all of the speeches, all of these events, even in the multiple, everywhere, what we told our leaders, this is going to be your last year, right? Last year as A2, A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, right? It's going to be a last year. So take the best of the last year that you are going to have, and during the conference, like behind, like back of our mind, we had this emotional thought where we were like, this is going to be our final event as A2, right? This was going to be our final event, and like it was emotional for everyone, not just me, for everyone. But at the end of the day, we understood why it was happening. There were reasons why that was happening, but for us, I think it became a new experience as well, because we had to transition into a different sort of district where we were segregated. All the southern Leos are in Leo district 68, and all of the rest of our Leo clubs are in 306 T2. So it was a transition not just for me, but especially for the incoming Leos, for the incoming at the time the district president Leo Tamir as well. So it was a transition. So I think emotional should be the first keyword, but it's also a new experience. Because while also being emotional, we sort of planned for it. How are we going to transition? What should be the things that we need to manage, especially finances? How are we going to segregate all of these finances among the district? Right? How are we going to teach them to sort of coexist? This was an experience for D8, because they had to sort of come together with some other clubs on A1. The Southern Leos from A1 and also our Southern Leos from A2. So they have to come together, different cultures. A1 has a different culture than us. Right? So they had to come together and sort of find their own balance, find their own culture. Right? So we had those experience of so giving them opportunities to mingle and work with each other, and I think it was an experience for us. It was a great experience, and being the final district president was a great experience for me, and I think again emotional, but a new experience for each and every one of us.
Your last question: what legacy do you hope future Leo district presidents will continue building from what your term was able to achieve?
So what I should say is the legacy as in my legacy, or is it something that they should strive for? My legacy. So I think the key things, I think they should sort of, if they were to look back and say, district president, past district president Leo Eshan or something like that, something they can maybe look at is me engaging not just with the presidents or like not just the excos or anything like that, like even the directors or members or prospect, we are all in this moment together. So no one is the top person of the club or like the members are not that important, nothing like that. We are all in this boat together, right? So having that connection not just with the presidents or secretary or anything like that, but also with the members, like going into an event, talking with them, having that friendship. Like friendship should be something that we should look forward in the Leo, right? So having that friendship not just with the top level of a club, top level of a district, but with everyone. So that is something that I want the district president. I think that is something they are going to look forward in their own district as well. Having that friendship, having that connection with not just the top level, I mean like in terms of a position at the top level, but also the members, the prospects, the directors and everyone. Having that connection while also maintaining the standards of a district. We have our administration standards, we have our financial standards. We maintain our standards as a district as A2 back then, and transitioning into D2 from our end, also going to D8 as well. So all of these districts, it's something that they should be looking forward, creating that friendship, while also maintaining the administration standards, because it is something that we are proud of as A2 Leos, and it is something that they should keep going in their own respective Leo districts as well. I think looking back into my year 24-25, it is something that they can experience. They can look back and say we have some of the most friendliest people and one of the most well-driven administration amongst the country.
Now it's time for our dare segment. In front of you, we have a ball and a basket. You get 3 shots to score. If you make all 3 balls, congratulations, you escape the dares. But for every shot you miss, you have to complete 1 dare. To make it more exciting, each throw gets harder. First throw using your dominant hand, second throw using your non-dominant hand, third throw with your eyes closed. Okay, let's see how your aim is.
I can write it easily. So you guys are putting in so much trouble. I can move around.
Yeah, the hand can't come front of the table, let's do it.
Alright, so I can move that side. I was here. Big go pass.
So can ball is a random move.
That's difficult. One day, right?
Yeah, if you miss this, do this.
Close my eyes.
Yes.
Yeah. So how do you know whether I have actually
That's proof going.
Huh?
Look behind you, they are monitoring.
I just close my eyes. I'm going to throw it like this. I'm just going to do it. Alright.
Okay,
That's one. Only one.
Okay, you can select one dare from these leaders. First one, fake news anchor, report a breaking news story about Leo achievements. Second dare, promote the Leo district as if you're selling the world's most expensive product, full drama, emotion and reflex.
Okay.
Third one, we will select 6 random words, make an emotional or romantic story from them. You can use a Leo personality as a main character to link the 6 words. You can select one of these.
Select anything out of the 3.
Yes.
So if I miss all of these 3, I do.
Yes.
Okay. So let's do the first part. I think it would be the easiest. Can you repeat that again?
Sure.
Yeah.
A fake news anchor.
Okay.
Report a breaking news story about Leo achievements.
Oh, Leo achievements. Okay. Okay. How should we do? Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eshan Kasturiarachchi from LK News, coming to you live from this very location. We are at Mount Lavinia. So this, I think you might also know the Leo movement. Leos all around Sri Lanka, all around the world are coming together to celebrate one of the most outstanding, or we should say, one of the most celebrated days of the Leo movement, the Leo Day. So it is December 5th and they are celebrating their Leo Day. Not outside, not shouting, nothing loudly, but within a Montessori. With the children, right? Playing with the children. So this is the Leo movement. I think we all should embrace. This is something not just going around places and just promoting the Leo movement, but coming to these places, playing with these children, because at the end of the day, that is something that they will remember forever. Not just things, the events that they do outside. So let's see if we can talk to one of these organizers that are joining here today. So we have the chairperson of the event. I think Leo Aman is here. So Leo Aman, if we can have a conversation with Leo Aman about the success of this event. So Leo Aman, what do you think? What do you want to achieve out of this event? So I'll hand you the mic.
So thank you, Eshan. So first of all, thank you for joining us here today. So it's been an amazing day. So I think we learned a lot of new things about you, about your news anchoring skills. So maybe for Leo Talks 3.0, we can make the dance a little bit more harder because we expected you to miss all three. So we prepared all three days for that. Anyway, we'll try to make it more harder for Leo Tavina when he joins us. Yeah, that's it for now.
Right, so that is Leo Aman here, ladies and gentlemen. So with that, we will moving back to our other special news that we have. So once again, joining me to Leo Eshan. This is from LK News. See you next time. Thank you.
And that's a wrap on our second episode of Leo Talk 2.0. Hope you enjoyed the ride. Let's all keep that Leo spirit burning bright. Catch you all next time.